What's up, YouTube? This is Austin at Tyranitrade, and today we have a vintage collection haul. Now, I know this isn't the most eye-appealing way to display your vintage collection, but my brother-in-law actually gave me this a few months ago for my birthday, and he received all these cards from his cousin, and they were sitting in a storage unit for the longest time. As you can see, we got some OG fake cards right there. I believe this one has all the hits. This one, I don't know what's in here, maybe energies. And then these. This is a card I found in there that I plan on keeping. I did briefly look over this, and this is actually one I bought at a store, and it was just too good of a deal to pass up. And I like Flygon, so why not collect some Vibrava? So anyways, we're gonna briefly go through this, and then we're gonna put it in a binder to sell at Collecticon. I'm gonna take these out of these old crappy sleeves, put them in better ones. So to start things off, we got a couple fake cards, a 4020 HP Oddish, 4600 HP Cyndaquil, 8808 HP Croconaw. Kind of cool to see those. And then after that, we got a real card, a banger of a Lugia. Let's check condition on that. I do have some better sleeves to put these in. This one actually doesn't look too bad, surprisingly. That's actually in pretty good shape. So I actually might keep this. We will see. I do like Lugia. I'll get that in a real sleeve eventually. We got a Team Rocket Return Slugma. Love that holo pattern. This is probably a $15, $20 card. And you can see there's quite a bit of scratches on there. But the back, back's not too bad. So there are some like hidden gems in here for sure. Got a Rapidash. A holo, a little bit scratched up. Actually surprisingly good. Surprisingly clean. Remember last time I looked at these, I didn't pull them all out, but I looked at a decent amount, and there we go. That one's a little played, maybe MP, LP minus, but it's a Jungle Scyther. Here, that's a big one right there. I'm sure that's worth something. Let's see how gradable this is. I'm actually not spotting any creases. The bottom down here, it's not a crease, it looks a little funny. That's just the holo pattern. You can see not the best condition, but I'm still sure this is a pretty expensive card, just with the hype of vintage reverse holos and whatnot. Got a Dark Vileplume, got a Arcanine promo, Mewtwo promo, another Mewtwo promo. The cool thing about this one is it's actually the only card drawn by a Wizards of the Coast artist, and this is the guy who did the Black Lotus. So I always thought that was cool. Maybe I'll keep some of those. We got, what is this? I'm not quite sure. This might be Expedition. I'm not quite, maybe this is Skyreach. I don't know what set this is from, but clearly it's an e-reader. It's a holo. Let's actually check condition. I know these things are fairly expensive, and that holo actually looks really clean. Not bad. I would call that LP all day. There's some scratches on the back, right in the top middle, you could see. I'm not seeing any creases on any of these, which is great. So that, I'll check the value of that. We got another Mewtwo promo. We got a Dragonite promo, a Deoxys Hollow. That's big right there. Super scratched up, tons of silvering at the top. But the back actually doesn't look bad in this corner. And I'm seeing a lot of like, honestly, like near mint minuses in a sense, LP plus. And with minus the surface scratching, that could be like a 7. I've seen worse 7s. Got a scissor. This one's non-hollow, but super cool card. So kind of crazy to just get something like this for free. You know, okay, this one's got a big crease in it. So we got a damaged card right here. But I'm sure someone still wants that. First damaged hollow, Meganium. We got a Dark Houndoom. Let's see the condition on this. I mean, without the silvering on the border, that hollow, oh yeah, there's some scratches. Couldn't see him at first. That is a super clean card to just get for free. Shout out my brother-in-law, he's the GOAT. I'm actually gonna start pulling these out because I'm kind of cringing putting them back in these sleeves. Do not like these sleeves. We got another one from Deoxys. Pretty sure they got different symbols. I figured these were both from, what is it? I'm pretty sure the set is called Deoxys, right? The one the Gold Star Rayquaza comes in? Could be wrong. Maybe I'm blinking. I know it's not Emerald. That one's pretty scratched up. But, I mean, with the exception of surface scratching, man, those are some clean looking cards. Now these two are sick. I don't know what those come in, probably a theme deck of sorts. Got a Latios. So we got a lot of good vintage to sleeve up. Man, that is clean. I'll have to look at grade values. These might be worth more graded in a 7. This is just stuff like you don't find nowadays, like at all, which is super cool. Okay, we got a binder ring Celebi. Oh, actually, that's just the sleeve. Dude, look at that. That's just the sleeve. I thought that was on the card. Man, this thing is clean too. Those corners, I mean, a lot of these have beat up corners, but other than that, like, not bad. I do remember pulling this one out, thinking it was like MP, and the surface scratching is horrible. Some stuff on the card that'll probably wipe off. Not really seeing, maybe that there's a ding up there. Yeah, okay, I would probably call that MP. But man, that is pretty clean. An old card. Keep saying that, keep repeating myself, but got a Jungle Pidgeot with some silvering up top. Another MP card, you can see lots of whitening on that side. Electrode non-hollow rare. Got some first edition Akins. We got an unlimited Machamp. I know it says first edition, but you can see the shadow border. First edition Jungle Sea King. A Zangoose rare, non-hollow rare. Team Magmas. That's pretty cool. Ooh, this one's one of my favorites right here already. I believe this is Fire Red Leaf Green, Reverse Hollow Raichu. You can see it's got that big Pokeball there. I wish they did the gold text like they did for later EX era sets. Let's check the condition on this guy. And actually, dude, that holo, it's hard to tell, but I mean, there is some minor surface scratching, but looks pretty clean. There you go. You can see the scratching now. Looks pretty clean. Probably because he takes up most of the holo. I mean, that, to me, that looks like it could be a 7. Like near mint minus. Again, got another non-holo, Ludicolo. What's this? This one's probably from Ruby Sapphire. Reverse holo Ludicolo. Shout out all my Ludicolo fans. That's actually a pretty sweet artwork. You got the Lotad, what is that, like a Lombre or something? I forget what that guy's name is called. Never played with this Pokemon in a run through. I probably should. It's not a bad Pokemon. I don't remember. Can you get this one in Ruby? That's what I played as a kid. Maybe you can't get that one in Ruby. No, it is Shiftry. We got a Lapras. All scratched up. Big old line down this, like someone took an X-Acto knife to it almost. Someone loved these cards. It's not bad. MP. Raichu Rare. Ruby Sapphire, I'm assuming. Or EX Dragon. I know those have bottom border. E-readers. Shiftry. We got a Lieutenant Surge's Jolteon. Man, this sleeve is disgusting. Disgusting sleeve. I think my brother-in-law, he sleeved a lot of these, and sleeves my nephew had. My nephew just does not respect the cardboard, let me tell you. Yeah, I hooked him up with a binder, sleeves, all that. He just likes to shove them in his pocket and play with them like we did when we were kids, which, respect for that. This thing is sick right here. Someone really loved this thing. Imagine all the playground stories. That Jolteon is fucking sick. Surprised there's no creases. Like someone just wanted to rub this thing on the floor and look at that holo or something. Very cool. Got a non-holo Vaporeon. This one's pretty beat up. It's a Fire Red Leaf Green Kingler. Non-holo rare. So we're gonna go through all these, price them out, put them in binders. Let's see, Magneton, we'll go through some of these kind of quick. It's gonna be a long video. It's pretty clean. Base 2 Clefairy. That's a nice swirl. This one has a nice swirl. See that right by its face? It's a shame it's all scratched up. Salamence. Let's shuffle through these ones kind of quick. We got a Crawdont. Sabrina's Gengar. I'm sure this has got to be like a $50 card in any condition, let alone like LP minus, maybe MP plus. Like this thing's clean. Not clean, I wouldn't grade it, but probably like a PSA 5 if I had to guess. Lieutenant Surge. All right, let's shuffle through these. Got a beat up Kangaskhan, Hitmontop rare, Mr. Mime non-holo rare, a Rocket Snorlax. That one's pretty freaking cool. A Stantler rare, Houndoom rare, Crawdont rare. Didn't we have another one of these? We got a Venomoth rare, Dark Magcargo, Porygon, first edition. So my brother-in-law, he separated this and he knew what to look for. The first editions, the rares, even the non-holo rares. At least he put them in sleeves. You know, those are rares. We got a Blaziken rare. That's got to be from Ruby. And probably another Ruby Blaziken rare. Almastar. Let's see, we got a Blaine's Charmeleon, a Dragonair rare. Got some unsleeved cards right here. Got a Japanese Neo Genesis for Alligator, Pikachu, Dark Weezing, Larvitar, Pupitar. We gotta keep those. A Drowsy reverse holo from Fire Red Leaf Green. That thing needs a sleeve. A Remorair, that needs a sleeve. A Lairon, Ting Magma's Lairon. Another Dark Vileplume. This one is a little bit more loved. A Spheal. A Lileep. Team Aqua's Carvana. A Venomoth. Another one from Fire Red Leaf Green. What is that? A Spanish Venusaur? Fucking sick, dude. We got a Maxi reverse holo. Let's see, we got Brockstoke Trio, first edition Meowth, a base set Ninetales, base set Gyarados, first edition Spearow, Arcanine, Wigglytuff, Dark Slowbro, Legendary Collections, Pidgeotto, a Meganium, it's pretty cool artwork, a Beedrill, a Victory Bell, Dark Alakazam, Poliwrath, Crobat, Entei movie promo, Articuno fossil, Ditto, Muck, Magby, shout out Carlos. Probably have to give this to my boy, Team Rocket's Magby. Ooh, it's a rare too. All right. Let's take a look in this bag real quick, see what we got. Probably mostly energies, if I had to assume. Okay, so we got a bag of vintage energies. So that's pretty cool. I know those go for something. They're not rare by any means, but as far as energies go, a little bit more sought after. All right, take a quick peek in this bag. See what we got. There could be some hidden gems in here. Snubble. So it looks like we just got a bunch of vintage bulk in this bag. Bunch of Magmars and stuff. Put those to the side for the homie. Bunch of Numels. So one thing I did notice going through this is there's no Tyranitars. But that's okay. No Tyranitars. It's not the end of the world. There's another fake card. A fake Mareep. It's kind of cool. Lombre, Jigglypuff, Slowpoke, Slowbro, Igglybuff, that one's cool. Beldum, another cool one. Matang. So we're gonna put this in a big binder for Collecticon. That one's a sick Nidorino right there. I love the Nidoking from this set, actually. Like, I want one in a reverse holo. But yeah, we'll fast forward till it's in a binder. We get some prices on these things. Thanks for looking. See you in a bit. All right, guys, so we're back here. Just sorted out the vintage stuff. We got a few different stacks of cards and a binder. And basically what I did, so we'll start off with this. I took the cheap cards, put them in a binder. If it's not labeled, it's probably only worth $1. We'll go through this pretty quick so you can see. Put all the first editions, the promos, the holos up front. Then I went to base set. Followed up by Jungle. Jungle. Then Fossil. That one's got a big tear in the side. I didn't notice. There's like a piece of tape holding it together. So someone sees that, they could take it for free. I kind of priced out the cards I thought could be worth something. And the rest of them I didn't even look up. I'm in on this super cheap, obviously. So someone sees a deal, figure for $1, it's not bad. Most of them are in like moderately played condition. Once you get to the back here, it does get a little bit more near mint, which is nice. Like the end of Neo, there's some cleaner cards. And then the EX era, there was a lot of clean cards. So I just did what I could. Let's see if I missed a page. Did what I could to fill this up to the best of my ability. I mean, it's clearly filled. So with the trainers and the energies, I just have them somewhere else, you know. See, I don't know why that says 40. I feel like that should be 20. I know my other one's 20. Oh, this is the base set. So that one I actually didn't get from this either. Neither did I didn't get any of those either. Got a Dark Slowbro, Venomoth, Carvana reverse, Remoraid reverse, Ludicolo reverse, Rocket Snorlax, the Layeron reverse, Legendary Collections Mewtwo. This one's got a big crease in it, Meganium, Clefairy near mint. That one doesn't belong in there either. So these are a bit mixed up. Yeah, none of these are in there. I don't know how they got so mixed up. Got a French Venusaur, a Rapidash. That one I didn't get in this collection. We got this Crobat. It's actually super hard to see the holo on this for some reason, but it is holo. Got an Arcanine promo, a beat up Jolteon, Dark Vileplume, Ninetales, Dark Vileplume, Gary, Energy, Dragonite promo, Typhlosion, Celebi. This is the Clefairy I got in here. Base set 2 with a nice swirl. Not in the best condition, but some of these I priced a little bit higher just to see what they can do. There aren't a lot of sales on some of this. My buddy actually wants this. I might just give it to him for helping me out with the show. But I tried to price, you know, what I thought they could go for. If someone asked me and they got a comp that's better, I'd probably just sell it to them. This is where we get into some heat right here. So this one's pretty clean. All right, it's a little fucked up. I actually did just see a 7.5 of the holo version today, and I forget what price tag it was. I think it was like $350. So I would say that's comparable. This is the reverse holo, and it's Expedition. These e-readers are just popping off. So I threw a price on there. Maybe someone needs it. Maybe they think it's a good price. If it's not, you know, we could work something out. I don't know. It was late last night. I kind of procrastinated getting all the shit comped, so we'll see what I can get from it. And then these ones, I actually might bump up the price. I just think they're such sick cards. I didn't want to sell these. These were going to be in my personal collection, but I decided to throw them in here. It is Collecticon. Back here we got a Raichu near mint. Fire red, leaf green. Pretty freaking clean. I mean, the holo might be a little scratched, but this card I've actually grown to really like. As you can see, there's a guy sleeping. It's like he put him to sleep, and then he's eating his soul. Hypno is just such a savage. You know, it's got a great holo. This is probably one of the best cards I got from this haul. Pretty clean, probably like near mint minus. But I mean, if you look at cards, like I used to think this was LP just because of that right there. But go look at some PSA 7s, which say near mint on the slab, and tell me that's not near mint. You know, I mean, I get the argument for LP. If someone wants it, we could work on price. But I'm just trying to maximize the value of this stuff. For most of it, I looked at TCG Player. For some of it, you know, I looked on eBay, last solds and stuff, and tried to find comparable ones. So these are cards that wouldn't fit in the binder. We got some Team Magma, Team Aqua. And I mean, I almost put these in there, but I kind of like these cards. So I'm on the fence about keeping them. They're all super cheap. Then we got some Fire Red Leaf Green cards that Cubone sick. Now we got some EX Deoxys, a couple of them, nothing crazy. And then I believe this is Unseen Forces. So out of the whole stack, I wish I could have gotten these in the binder. I don't care as much for these commons. But, okay, and then we got some, these are like out of a theme deck, a Latios theme deck. And it's not the whole set, so I'm not quite sure what happened to that. But we do have some of the hollows, which I'm about to show you guys after the Japanese. So this, I didn't really have a place. I don't know how to comp this stuff that well, especially in beat up condition. Like some of them aren't bad. Golbat's not too bad. But these I'm just gonna put to the side for now. Maybe I'll sell them at a later show. Maybe I'll bring this one. It's got a big crease in it though. So that's the Japanese. We're not really doing much with that right now. All the trainers and all the energies we aren't bringing unless they were hollow. These ones, my buddy actually collects Magby and Magmar. I think there's 2 Magmars in this and Magmar in this, so I just figured I'd give those to him. I kept some of these, the fake cards, just because I didn't know. Like, I don't know if I feel comfortable selling them. I know there are some people that like fake vintage, but we got this Erica's Bulbasaur. I just like that artwork, the seed coming out. It actually comped pretty high for an uncommon card. Kept a little bit of base set. And then once we get into these, a lot of these were like near mint. And I thought were potentially worth grading in a sense. Here's the theme deck. These are hollows. I wanted to keep those. I wanted to keep the stamped Team Rocket cards, the Vibrava, the Dark Magneton and Dark Macargo. I just love those dark shades and stuff. We got some cool trainers, the Gamblers, and then some more cards I think are potentially worth grading. They're low pop, vintage, super clean cards. And then these ones aren't as clean, but I just like Pupitar and Larvitar, and Neo Destiny is one of my favorite sets. And these Psyducks were actually really clean too. So they're a little bit mixed in there. Kept some Neo Destiny for myself. And the last of the stack, we got more Neo, some unknowns. I think they make a cool binder page. This one was pretty clean. I think this has 9 potential. Super clean card. Wonderful artwork by Ken Sugimori with the cherry blossoms. It's a Squirtle. It's got the e-reader. Low pop. Can't go wrong keeping a card like this and potentially grading. Then I got this energy removal. It was a $5 card, and this is probably like one of the cleanest cards in the batch. I don't know if I can get that hollow to pop, but I absolutely love Unseen Forces reverse hollows. It's not the best lighting for it. But if you've seen the Unseen Forces reverse hollows, just know they have the best hollow. It's got like actual Pokeballs that pop off. I kept this Lugia. This one right here, the Yukimori, I know people like this clay Pokemon. I feel like most people keep them in binders, but that might be worth grading. Got a couple of clean Pikachus. This one I bought. That one doesn't belong in there. But anyways, that's what I got out of this vintage haul. I'm hoping to sell some. There's probably close to $1,000 in value. So, I mean, I got to put in a lot of legwork to get that money back or get that money out of it. But shout out to my brother-in-law. I'm going to make something happen. This is going to be huge for me at Collecticon. I might trade some stuff, increase my personal collection, get some cards I actually want, and I'm going to try to make a play on these low pop near mint cards. And it's kind of funny, I think I mentioned this earlier, but if you look at some of the older cards, they're not as clean, and you could tell the person who collected these cards as a child started to take better care of their cards, or they didn't care as much. They put them right in the binder as soon as they pulled them. And that's how you get clean cards like this. But anyways, this has been Austin at Tyranitrade. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.